Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Bachelor in Paradise Kathy Swarts details early bond with Keith. Kathy Swarts amused viewers when she was on the first Golden Bachelor season with her one-liners and snark. While she didn't find love with Jerry Turner, she found close friendships with Susan Knowles and some of the other women. Susan and Kathy host a podcast together. Viewers wanted to see them both on Bachelor in Paradise, but Susan found love on her own. But Kathy Swarts has proven on Season 10 that she doesn't need a wing woman to help her find a match. She immediately hit it off with Keith Gordon, but it turns out they already knew each other before the show. Kathy Swarts shares first meeting with Keith Gordon before Bachelor in Paradise. Keith Gordon's bio for the Golden Bachelorette highlighted his wholesome girl dad identity. But that didn't help him win over Joan Vassos. He returned to Bachelor in Paradise for another chance at finding love. Kathy Swarts celebrated her birthday while filming Season 10. The Goldens got down and dirty during the most recent episode. The reality star, 72, took body shots off CK to celebrate her birthday, but they were platonic body shots. She only had eyes for Keith. She recently chatted with Us Weekly about how she first met Keith. He was a guest on the podcast she co-hosts with Susan Knowles after he was eliminated from Joan's season. However, she didn't really connect with him until the boat ride to the resort in Costa Rica. Kathy Swarts joked that interviewing someone on a podcast isn't the same as talking to them on the beach while wearing a bikini. New arrivals test connections. While Kathy Swarts is all in with Keith Gordon, he doesn't seem to feel the same. New contestants arrived on the beach after the last rose ceremony. Golden alum Gary Livingston, Faith Martin, Nancy Hulkauer, and Lee Kayanen from Joey Graziadei's Bachelor season were the new arrivals. Nancy caught Keith's eye, and he made it clear that he only thought of Kathy as a friend. "I do not have a romantic connection with Kathy. You're beautiful, and I want to get to know you," he told Nancy. It sounds like Kathy has been officially friend-zoned, whether she knows it or not. The Golden pairing isn't the only ones on the beach with trouble in paradise. Dale Moss and Kat Izzo have been one of the strongest couples from the first day. But Kat wasn't happy to find out that he kissed former contestant Alla Jo Hanks. The show also teased an age gap romance between Jonathan Johnson and April Kirkwood after she gave her rose to the much younger man. When Bachelor in Paradise announced Kathy Swarts would be joining the beach this season, fans were intrigued. Known for her unfiltered honesty and sharp wit from the Golden Bachelor, Kathy brought a no-nonsense energy that promised sparks, drama, and maybe even romance. But what no one expected was the quiet, sweet bond she formed early on with newcomer Keith, a 62-year-old former firefighter from Arizona whose rugged charm and soulful eyes caught Kathy off guard. "I didn't come to Paradise thinking I'd fall for a guy like Keith," Kathy confessed in a beachside confessional, twirling her sunglasses between her fingers. But sometimes your heart surprises you. The meet-cute that set the tone. It all started the moment Kathy stepped down those infamous Paradise stairs in a breezy floral cover-up and bold red lipstick. Keith was already on the beach, tossing a football with some of the younger guys and laughing in a low, easy way that immediately turned Kathy's head. He had this presence, she later recalled, confident but calm. "I thought, okay, cowboy. Who are you?" Their first real interaction happened at the bar, where Wells, forever the matchmaker, was quick to stir the pot. "Kathy, meet Keith. Keith, this is Kathy, the sass queen of Paradise," Wells said with a grin, sliding them 2 margaritas. They clinked glasses, and just like that, something shifted. "I told him I liked a man who could keep up with me," Kathy laughed. He just smirked and said, "I like a woman who doesn't hold back." And woo, my knees, honey, weak. More than just chemistry. While Paradise is known for fast-paced flings and dramatic rose ceremonies, Kathy and Keith's connection blooms slowly, like a warm fire catching flame. They took long walks by the water, shared quiet coffees in the morning before the others stirred, and even created a nightly ritual of stargazing on the daybeds, talking about their kids, grandkids, and the joys and heartbreaks of love later in life. He listened, Kathy said in one emotional moment. I mean, really listened. When I talked about my fears, about being invisible at our age, about being the strong one all the time, he didn't try to fix it.
Keith, for his part,
was just as taken. Kathy's got this fire, he told producers. She's elegant, funny, sharp, but there's a softness under that armor, and I feel lucky she's let me see it. A bond tested. Of course, this is Bachelor in Paradise, and Paradise is never drama-free. When a silver-haired newcomer named Charlene arrived with a rose in hand and flirted her way into Keith's good graces, Kathy found herself feeling the familiar sting of competition. But instead of spiraling, she surprised everyone, especially herself, by pulling Keith aside for a mature, heartfelt talk. "I like you, Keith," she said, her voice uncharacteristically vulnerable. "But if you want to explore other connections, I won't hold it against you. I just need honesty. No games." Keith, visibly moved, squeezed her hand and reassured her. "You're the only woman I want to watch sunsets with, Kathy." That night, under the tiki torches, Keith gave Kathy his rose. "For the woman who reminds me that love doesn't get old, it just gets wiser." Cue the tears. Cue the claps. Cue Twitter exploding with hashtag Kathy and Keith forever. Kathy's unexpected soft side. One of the most remarkable parts of Kathy's Paradise journey so far has been watching her let down her guard. Fans knew her as the spicy spitfire of the Golden Bachelor, always ready with a snarky comment or a cutting glare. But with Keith, she's revealed a softer, almost poetic side. She opened up about her first husband's sudden passing, the years she spent rebuilding herself, and how love had always felt like something she was managing, never something she could fully surrender to. But with Keith, she said, brushing away tears, "I feel safe. I feel seen." And Keith? He's all in. "She's got walls, sure," he told the camera. "But I don't mind climbing. She's worth it." Paradise promises. As Paradise barrels toward the season's midpoint, Kathy and Keith remain one of the most solid couples on the beach. A shocking twist in a show usually ruled by chaos. They're like the mom and dad of the beach, Jess Palmer joked in a recent group date. Only hotter. Even the younger contestants, initially skeptical, now come to them for advice. "You two are hashtag goals," 28-year-old Ashley admitted during a group bonfire. "Like if I don't find a Keith, I don't want it." Kathy beamed. "Just don't settle for less than you deserve," she said, snuggling closer to her real-life Keith. Will it last? Of course, reality TV is rarely predictable. A mid-season preview teased an explosive moment involving Kathy overhearing something that changes everything, and fans are bracing for impact. But if there's one thing this unlikely romance has proven, it's that love stories can bloom at any age, and they can be just as wild, raw, and beautiful. As Kathy herself put it, people think romance is for the young. But honey, I've lived long enough to know real love doesn't come in pretty packages. It comes when you least expect it, like at a beach bar, from a man named Keith, with salt in his beard and kindness in his eyes. Whatever happens next in Paradise, Kathy and Keith have already captured viewers' hearts. And maybe, just maybe, they've also shown the world that age doesn't close the door on romance. It just opens a new chapter.